Hello, this is a preview of our next week's antique sale on 22nd of February. It goes on all day. It's just been uploaded to the website now, so there's quite a lot to browse through on the internet. We're just setting up the sale room at the moment, as usual when I do these videos. So I'll just show you a few things that I've picked out that are of some interest, I think. There's a little selection of clocks in next week's sale. This one is particularly nice, immaculate clock. It's 19th century. They call these bracket clocks. It would sit on a wall bracket, but it's a fabulous quality thing. It's by this company, Dagger. They were in London. It's sort of mid-19th century, sort of 1850, 1860, something like that. I'll just turn it round so you can just have a look at the back of these things. You can see the movement through the door there. Look at that, it's a solid brass movement in there, and it's absolutely immaculate. I think it's been restored quite recently. Quite a lot of money spent on that, so it chimes on this gong here as well. It's a wonderful quality thing. Estimate on that should make around £1,500, something like that. I think the estimate's about 12 to 1,500. But top quality timepiece there. There's a few bits that I've picked out of the cabinets here. These are still being set up at the moment. This is interesting. I have no idea what it is. It's a very old vellum handwritten document. It's in Old German, which is why I don't know what it says, but I'm told it's 14th century. It has the original wax seals hanging down here underneath. But be an amazing thing to find out what that is and what it actually says. But quite often see things that I have no idea what they are, and there's one of them. This is just an old engraving. It was published in 1785, The Laws of the Noble Game of Cricket. That's it, and that's a summary of all the laws of cricket in 1785. Needs reframing, and it's a bit scruffy, but that's interesting, isn't it? Just a couple of 100-year-old engraving. It's an old bronze Egyptian obelisk there. It's a French-made 19th century bronze. Quite a nice sort of desk ornament. Lots of things around here actually, aren't there? It's a solid silver set of fish cutlery. And you get your friends round for fish and chips, you serve it with silver cutlery. 12 place settings of that. This is Indian silver, so with your fish and chips you can serve your lager in an Indian silver set. So it's stamped Baroda, which is the region in India that it was made. But there's quite a lot of silver content in there. This is lovely. So this is, again, 19th century, French made. This is a sheet of marble with gilt bronze mounts. It's quite a solid, chunky thing to hang on the wall, that little clock. Probably 100 or two, something like that. It's Art Deco bronze dancer. That's very elegant, this. Look at that amazing thing. It is bronze, but with a silver patination over the top. That's very elegant. Should be sort of £200 or £300. These are 19th century ivory carvings. Top quality carvings, these as well. Amazing things. Again, £200 or £300 per pair. Got lots of religious icons this time. Mostly Russian, these. And mostly 19th century. Probably about 10 of those in this sale. Just put a few things over here as well that are worth looking at. Again, on the religious side, completely useless, an altar stone and a piece of paper that says that it contains the relics of St. Beatus and St. Redemptus, consecrated in 1941 by the Right Reverend Bishop of Pella. So presumably the relics are inside here, and they used to contain the bones of the saints inside there. So inside that there probably are the parts of the bones of those people. Awful. Little explorer's pocket barometer there by Negretti and Zambra of London. So that's a late 19th century pocket barometer. Isn't that brilliant? Nice thing that. An ancient Egyptian Shabti figure. So this is 1000 BC. It's made of wood and it's painted with hieroglyphics down the front here. This is an absolutely genuine antiquity. It's 3,000-year-old piece of wood, that. And they used to bury people with these figures to do the mundane tasks in the afterworld. So these people would do all the boring stuff so you wouldn't have to do it yourself. This is a prostitute's knife. So they weren't only owned by prostitutes, but that's how they're classified. And a prostitute could keep this tucked in her nether regions, down her garter or down her bodice, in case things got a bit fruity, and you could defend yourself. Moving on, I think the estimate on that is £100, £150. Well worth investing. That's this is a cream jug. They call these cow creamers, and you put your cream in the top there, and that's it. It's quite a nice thing. It's not an antique. That one's 1960s, but it's solid silver and it's hallmarked, and should be worth a couple of hundred or so. I think we had an identical one in about 3 months ago, absolutely identical, that made just over 300. So this is a kilo coin from Australia, 1992, but that is worth $30 in Australian money, but it's 1 kilo of solid silver, worth about £300 in scrap. This is a magnificent pearl necklace here, and it's the main thing in this is the diamonds. So it's got a diamond clasp. These are just under 1 carat each, these two stones here, and it originally came from Garrard's. That's the box there, and that's where it was bought. It's a beautiful thing, and it may end up being converted to a ring or a pair of earrings, possibly, because they're beautiful diamonds. Should be, well, at least 1,000 to 1,500, but could be quite a lot more, that. Another piece of designer jewellery is this, which is by Cartier. Been getting quite a few nice pieces of vintage jewellery recently. You'll remember the Tiffany cross that I highlighted in last month's sale. That made nearly 9,000 in last month's auction. So this is by Cartier. The estimate on this is about 1,500 to 2,500, something like that. Very fashionable sort of things. And one more piece of jewellery, which is a 19th century bracelet with a hand-painted ivory plaque. It's all in gold. Beautiful thing. I think 600 to 800. Lots of these Vienna bronzes this time. Must have about a dozen of these in this sale. So mainly these are by Bergman, who is the main manufacturer of these 19th century cold painted bronzes. Isn't that lovely? A little cat bath time thing. There's a kingfisher pincushion, a parrot. There's all sorts. As I said, there's quite a few in this time. So worth a look through the catalogue. It's all illustrated. You can have a browse through the internet now. Plenty to look at. Sale is next Wednesday with viewing on Tuesday until 7 in the evening. Thank you very much.